Hey, folks, if I were to read the words or just say the letters LGB FJB, I said that to you, your immediate response might tell me a whole lot as to whether or not I think you'd be a fun person to hang out with. Dateline, Alabama, where the Department of Revenue Motor Division has just crossed paths with the greatest redneck to truck his way into stardom since Joe Exotic. A guy by the name of Nathan Kirk, whose Gadsden flag license plate stands for Let's Go Brandon F. Joe Biden. All right. Apparently, he received word from the state recently that he either had to return the license plate he'd requested and no doubt paid for, or that his registration would be suspended. However, as soon as the story broke nationally, Mr. Kirk was not only let off the hook and allowed to keep his hyper-offensive license plate, but the state even apologized to him for any inconvenience. And you know what I call that? I call it a freaking victory. So if this man, look, Nathan, you got to grow out the mullet. You got to get some mutton chops, put a little partition in the bed of your truck so you can fill half of it with ice and Coors Light and the other half with AR-15s and ammunition, mount some rocket launchers to the hood and go find a tornado to piss off. You got to do this, brother. I'm telling you, it's your opportunity to shine. Sometimes it's the little victories that hit you hardest in the feels. People in favor of the outcome here are branding it a victory for free speech, and I suppose it could be that. But personally, what I'm celebrating is something a little deeper. I'm celebrating the victory of a solid and realistic conceptual framework in an environment which permits damn few of them to even exist anymore. We live in a time where it isn't just unfashionable to think that 2 + 2 = 5. It's downright dangerous. If simple math happens in its travels to crash up against the artificial reality of the woke populace at large and its ideological minions specifically. So being irate with the dead guy being propped up at the head of the woke body politic is, you'd think, a mortal sin scarcely worth bothering trying to survive intact. And yet our friendly Alabama redneck persists. He drives on, and he does so with that beautiful license plate still affixed so that the portion of the world who drives slower than he does can see it. And understand, I'm using the term redneck lovingly here. I admire not only his decision to make the statement, but the fact that he didn't back down. They wanted him to mail them the license plate back, and he refused. Now, I'm sure that he refused on ideological grounds, but I'm sure he also refused because he was dealing with a government agency. Nobody wants to go wait around for the gristmill of bureaucracy to halt multiple times in its slow turn towards individual goals. And when you could go mine the metal yourself, use the hammer and the tongs to beat it into shape of a license plate and carefully paint on some new and non-offensive identification, all in the time it takes them to process the request, well, I think you get the picture. Folks, what I'm really happy about with all of this is that it made national news and the guy won. It's a small victory in the face of a much bigger struggle, but every victory counts, every one of them, folks. It's important for our future and the future of our children. The face that we're just able to face it and express what we think and our opinions about Lunchbox Joe are no exception. So congratulations to you, Nathan Kirk, you beautiful bastard. Now get on out there in your truck and fire up Freebird and blast off into the sunset with a loud and resounding, "Let's go, Brandon F. Joe Biden." Love y'all. God bless you.